Justin, the Snap-on Junkie. How the fuck are you guys doing today? Today we have a special treat for you. We're gonna work on this electronics kit that I bought. I'm gonna show you guys the proper way to do these AVE rulers and how to check to get them right. So hopefully this time Germ C can get his right. But I got the new one. It's the welding one. This is the one he just came out with. I love these AVE rulers. It gives you a whole bunch of shit, and we will go into this because, you know, it's got a pecker. Fuck. It's got the pecker detector on there with 2 dicks in a vise right next to it. So, you know, keep your dick in a vise, guys. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to put this together properly. I learned some stuff on the last one. I got some better soldering equipment. And I just learned a bunch, so we'll show you the progress from this one to this new one to how bad I kind of boogered up the other one, you know. So to show you that if you try, you can get a lot better out here, you know, fucking around with these rulers and stuff like that. But this is a cool little electronics product. Plus, you know, AVE is YouTube God to me. So, alrighty guys, we'll get right into showing you how to make this thing chooch. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to check these LEDs to get those right. Okay? Now, these are small motherfucking LEDs. I don't fucking... Right there. I don't know if this thing... Fucking focus. Okay, so these are small LEDs, and they have this little green... fucking T thing on there, and that's supposed to be the positive side. So what we'll do is set this down here, okay? You want to get out your multimeter and set it to diode check, and then we'll test this here. So you should be able to touch this together and it light up. Now if you turn it around the other way, it should not light up, okay? So you want the green to be opposite. The green is the ground. Just like any other wire in a fucking car or anything like that. So you want when you put this ruler together, right here, there is a positive side, which comes from your switch. You know, it's going to bring power in and then run back to the ground here on your ruler. So this is just real easy. Check the diode, you know, bam, lights up, okay? So now that you understand how to do that, it takes a little bit, you know, to figure this stuff out. So that's why I do these videos, just to, you know, help you guys out there that bought these things by yourself or your first time buying them and all that stuff. So let's do the first thing first here. We're going to solder the battery on first, the switch, and then we'll do the diode next. Alrighty, here is the solder that I'll be using. It's a Loctite brand. That's just what I chose. And the new soldering gun is a Hinco FX8100 soldering iron. So what you want to do here is just get this, melt you a little solder. And get you a build up there. Just so you can get a good ground. Okay. We gotta jam some more heat in this thing. Alright. So we got the ground good and ready. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our tweezers. Alright. And we're gonna put fuck me. We're gonna put this right here. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is try to solder this stuff down on there. We'll get some solder on there so we kind of know where it's got to go. Alright, there's that one. Now I find it easier to get it, like once you get it going there, you know, just to solder this thing. Fuck, I'm trying to keep it so you guys can see here. Alright, so now that we got that, let's move this back over here. Get her lined up, and then what we'll do is we'll just put a pressure down on it, and we'll see if we can heat this up just to get some of this solder to kind of hold this thing down. Okay. This Hinco soldering gun is way better. If you guys would like this thing, I did buy it on Amazon. So, the link is in the description. This thing is pretty badass, and it's a lot better than the $17 piece of shit that I got at Home Depot. This is a pro tool here. Post put on there. Okay, and then what I like to do is just let this cool off a second here. And then put this in there to feel that we got that. And this takes a little bit different battery than the one I got. It takes a 2532, but this 2525 will work. Okay, so now the next thing we got to do is solder on our momentary switch. Alright, so we'll clean our tip. Remember, always clean your tip, folks. Get this fucking garbage out of the way. Alright, now we should be able to just melt this down. Okay, so now that we got that held up, I'm trying to do a really good job, so I'm just gonna move this over here just like that. this is looking way better than the other one. Also, having the right solder helps. Okay. Now we got that. Now we're going to move on to the hardest one, is the LED. Okay. So now, again, we want the green line away from the positive. Okay. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move this just over here for a second. And we're just going to put a little solder on this. A little solder. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the momentary switch here. Let me get this over here so you guys can see this right there. And then what I like to do is take my tweezers. Okay, and we're going to get this on there, and then we're just going to put just a little bit of pressure down on it. Okay, we got that side. Now what we're going to do is come over to the other side, take our tip, we're just going to heat that solder up that we already melted, and just push this thing down in the solder. Okay. Now what we're going to do is just add just a cut hair of solder to this right there. Right there. Alrighty. So now what we got to do, alright, clean our tip, and let's just make sure that this thing works. Oh, fuck. We fucked this up. Hold on here. Let's see. Alrighty, guys. So what I did is I just ran through this here. Okay. And I checked it again with the diode. Okay. And you can see that this thing lights up here. Okay. So now what we got to do is, this is just simple stuff. We're going to go to volts here. And we're going to put this. Whoa, what the fuck? I'm going to put this over here. Okay, we got no volts. I'll put this over here. Okay. And you can see that it lights up. Now, why it wasn't working before is I didn't have good battery and terminal contact. I had to push these down here a little bit. Now we got light for our pecker detector. Okay, and you can see this. I did a lot better job soldering this time. It doesn't look as boogered up as this goddamn thing. So, you know, we got this a lot better. This does require a, I do believe it's a 2032 battery, and all I have laying around is 2035s or 2025s. So now that we're done with the soldering project, we have all that worked out. You know what I'm saying? We can go to putting the pecker detector in, the magnifying glass, okay, and the magnet. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to start with the magnet first. So we can just use good old super glue here. This is just, I use this 2-part super glue, you know, what the fuck ever. So we'll just paint this shit here with the activator. Okay, now what we got to do is get our super glue fucking opened. What the fuck? This thing will glue anything but the shit that you really want it to glue. Let me get a pair of fucking pliers. Okay. So we got the super glue, and a little dab will do you. You don't need a bunch. And then what we'll do is we'll just put this in there. Pull it off. Ah, you fucker. Just a little dab will do you. Now we got that in. Alright, now you know that plastic and super glue do not go together. So what we have to do here is we're going to put some activator in there. And instead of super gluing this and taking a chance, what I'm going to do is just put a little glue right in here. Let me clean this off. Fuck. Oh. Shit. Now we got it running out too much here. God damn it. Fuck. Fuck, I fucked this up. Okay. Now that we got it out on the bench, I'm just going to do this. Little bit. Flip it. Little bit. And we will just stick her in there. Well, we done fucked this one. We done fucked this one. Fuck that thing. Luckily, he gives us another one. So luckily, he gives us another little fucking thing here. And I really want to try to put it in here, because I think that would be the best way. There we go. It's not the greatest. I probably could use some, I could use another, fuck, what do you call that? Another mirror, but this will work for right now. So we're around here at the shop, and you can see it does magnify with the light. So we can see small shit here. You know, it actually works okay. Alrighty, so I got the ruler here, and let's take a look at it. It's got the magnet in it, and then it's got, you know, your uniform shop measurement cut hairs. And then what this stuff is for, this is a welding ruler. That's what he's calling it. And he's got this, you know, zoom thing on here so you can look through there. But you can obviously see that I fucked it up. It's fucked. But anyway, you know, I did a lot better at the electronics kit this time. What I think I'm going to do for 11 bucks is I'll just order another one, and I'll have 2 of these so I can get some more of these fucking things, and then come up with something different how to put it in there for super glue. And maybe we'll try that again in 6 weeks when the next one I order shows up. So I'll show you that when you come along. But this thing is pretty cool. I mean, it's got the neodymium magnet and all that shit and all that stuff. But you can see, you can test different fucking welding rods, TIG rods. This will tell you plate difference, and then also it has a scale, which we know that is pretty accurate on this time. So now all I got to do is that I got my AVE rulers, I just wanted to show you that project and show you maybe how to troubleshoot some of it yourself when you're putting it together at home, and to show you that I made some fucking mistakes and I kind of fucked it up, but oh well, you know, there's always next time. But that's all on the AVE ruler. As you can tell, we got the AVE ruler out there, so don't be afraid to try this little challenge out, guys. You know, order this thing for 11 bucks. It's a cool little novelty thing to have, and also you're supporting other people's YouTube channels. And since I'm a YouTuber, I try to support other people's channels that are out here making videos. And obviously, I'm not at the level that AVE is, and I realize that. I probably never will get to that level. It's okay, though. But I like doing videos, so like always, guys, that's really all I got for today, is how to put this ruler together and, you know, run through the problems yourself and try to figure it out, you know, before you decide that it's fucking junk or whatever, or garbage, you know, and just work on, you know, little projects here around the shop. I got some stuff going on. Also, yesterday, I just hired a, I think he's 17 years old. He's a kid. He's in the local high school diesel program here in the city that I live in. His name is Eric. He will be starting in 2 weeks, and he's going to be here on Sundays to help me